Hey, I'm Geeky Pastimes and welcome to this react video for the trailer. So the trailer's about to go live in like 1 minute and we're going to all watch it together, see what we think of it, see whether we're excited about it and what we're excited for. And then after the trailer's been on once, we'll go through and kind of break it down a bit and do a kind of analysis from the point of view of someone who's kind of interested in zombies Easter eggs but doesn't have like a massive history of zombies. So there might be things that you spot that I don't. So please do leave them in the comments below if you spot things that I don't. I'd be really interested to know. There we go, it's ready.
Everything and everyone can be corrupted. Even those close to you. I doubt you realize what she has done. The traitor is somewhere in Berlin.
Oh, Jesus.
Destroy her army, or your pilot will be bled dry. Get out of here now.
Oh, Jesus.
I am Klaus. I am here to help.
Klaus is a badass.
Contact!
A portal has been opened. One that threatens to allow a long-dead army to reinfect our world.
Bring it on.
That thing looks amazing. Wait, is that actually shooting zombies? Okay.
You will stop her. And when the time comes, kill her.
There we go. Jesus Christ, that was awesome. There was a lot going on there. Like, that was really, really cool. And there's a really, really cool skin. Yeah, there's a couple of really cool skins in that. If we get an operator, that would be amazing. So what we'll do is we'll go through it and sort of like try to pick out a couple of the bits from there. But that was like, for a while, I was kind of like, oh, okay, this kind of stuff that we expected. And then it got crazy. Like, there was some really, really awesome stuff in that. Yeah, July 15th confirmed. So we know it's July 15th now. So first of all, there's like this little compilation. You can see the new wonder weapon, the new pistol. This thing looks amazing. I love the sort of like little neon bits around the edge there. That's really, really cool. So we'll just fast forward past this because all of these clips are in the actual trailer. So let's have a look at it. So first of all, this is obviously the above ground part of the video. A couple of things to notice there. That door looks like it's just filled with blood. It just looks like there's an absolute ton of blood behind there, which is super crazy. And then I think the rest of it, this is all kind of the area that we had already seen, isn't it? It's interesting people talked about those purple lights. Oh, playing for a quarter speed. Okay, there we go. Yeah, those purple lights actually ended up being something so important. I kind of didn't think they would be. Let's carry on. Actually, maybe I won't because this makes it sound super weird. So you got this part of the Berlin Wall, obviously, for people who don't know, these are like the watchtowers of the Berlin Wall. I'm going to put it back onto normal speed because that sounds weird. So you've got these kind of towers over the Berlin Wall, watching the kind of, I don't know what you call it, no man's land, a bit between East and West Berlin. Then you've got, obviously, all of us being captured. So people who didn't play the last Outbreak Easter egg, we ended up captured from that, along with the pilot, who I thought was dead. But he talks about bleeding the pilot out, which sounds a little bit terrifying, a little bit like, you know, Richter from Black Ops 4. It sounds a little bit...
And everyone.
Scary. You've got like, obviously this is gameplay and you can sort of tell when they switch to like gameplay footage of the maps. You've got the mystery box light there, which is cool, and a zip line which goes through the O of the Corba sign. I really like that when you see him go through there, like you actually see him go through the O bit. You can kind of see the layout of the street bit and it's kind of interesting trying to work out like, are we playing on that side of it or are we playing on that side of it? That looks like dead zombies, so I'm guessing this side. That's cool. Yeah, so I assume the her that he keeps talking about is Maxis. That makes sense. And then
can be
a
corrupted.
bit of the street level there.
Even those close to you.
This
I
kind
doubt
of
you
mystery
realize
silhouettes there.
what she has done. The traitor is
So this is the purple lights that we saw. So when we saw the like little teaser bit of this trailer, you could see these purple lights in distance. And now we've got all of these kind of zombies being held in some kind of energy. Like, is this something where, like, is this a summoning thing? Will we have to like complete this? Is this something that kind of a timer of some kind before they activate? I kind of got no idea
somewhere in Berlin.
what's going to be happening with
Destroy
them.
her army.
I really don't understand. If someone knows, please let me know in the comments below if there is some sort of explanation for why these guys are floating and covered in kind of purple energy.
Your pilot will be bled dry.
That pilot looks unsurprising, like surprisingly not bothered by someone saying that he's going to be bled dry. It's kind of crazy. Quite like the fact that we seem to be fighting in buildings in Berlin rather than some secret military bunker underneath Berlin, which is what I was worried about. So it seems like we're just fighting in corridors and stuff. It's very cool.
Get out of here now.
And then look at that, going through the O of the Corba side. I think that's very cool. So we've got the zip lines going through. I'm guessing it'll serve a similar function to like the jump pads before. You know, I've had zip lines before. I don't think it's terribly new. And then we've got the train station. So I think a lot of people, and me included, kind of hoped that we'd be riding on these trains. I don't think that's happening. Unless, you know, maybe as part of an Easter egg, there is another train that we get to activate. It looks very much like they're an environmental hazard. Like it's something that when those lights go, maybe it's a trap you activate, or maybe it's just something on a timer that then the trains become like a danger to you and to zombies. So you see there, those trains definitely don't look like you're getting on them, do they? Like they're on fire, they're burning, they're shooting past. And so this is the station that we've seen little pictures of before. So I'm guessing this is just like a thing that splits the map somehow. Maybe splits like the other side, the two sides of it. And yeah, the trains seem like maybe it's a danger. It would be cool if like the Easter egg was somehow something where you could like summon a train that actually stops at the station. Then you get onto it and it takes you to like a boss fight area or something. That would be super cool. But I'm not convinced. I kind of think the trains are just going to go past and run people over. Which could still be funny. There should be some funny videos. Also, are all the purple things like in that bit between East and West Berlin? Is that what's going on? Are they all sort of like hovering around something there? This is a Klaus machine. Klaus looks like an absolute badass. Like way cooler than I expected. This is really, really awesome. Like him breaking the chains free and already like if you chain a killer robot up, would you put a gun on his back ready? Like this seems insane. He's like chained to the thing with a gun ready to go. But he looks like an absolute badass. Look at this.
I am here.
It's like got a sort of an angry face, like as if they've modeled him like whoever created this mannequin type thing, this crash test dummy had an angry face. Klaus looks really cool. A little bit frightening. Like I'm assuming that it is something that like we will activate and then it will help us kill zombies. Like civil protector type thing. I'm hoping it's not going to be an enemy, because if it's an enemy, he's like a little bit terrifying. So you can see people here like in the middle of the street, but again fighting out in the open, like fighting around the tanks and stuff like that. So it seems like, you know, this is going to be a zombie training area, isn't it? Like running the zombies around tanks and stuff like that. So you've got Panzer Soldat, which I don't think we've seen in one of the maps before. Obviously we've had it in Outbreak, jumping down. Those things in Outbreak, I always find them a right pain to kill. I never really hear people talking about them very much, but I find them like super difficult to take down, to be honest. They never seem to do that much damage to me, but they take a long time to kill. In close quarters, they could be a problem. So just going back a little bit there, just if I go back a few frames, there was those purple glowy guys again. You can see them there. They're kind of like hovering a little bit, but the zombies are just ignoring them. They're just running past them. I can't tell if there's always the same number of them. It's very strange. The lights seem like they might be important somehow. Like that looked a bit almost like it changed colour there, didn't it? So watch the searchlight. Like it sort of seemed like it suddenly went powerful green. Like maybe that's going to be something that you can activate, something that you can do. It definitely seems like it sort of became more intense or something like that. And you can really, really easily, if I can just go back a little bit, you can see those purple floating guys, like just how much they're floating there. Like you can see how high up they are, and it kind of look like they don't have legs, or maybe their legs just aren't lit up. Actually, yeah, maybe he does have feet, but that's kind of cool. I can't imagine we're going to be going up there, but it does look like the zombies are rushing towards it a little bit, and then they're sort of going to the searchlights. Maybe you can activate the searchlights and it'll attract zombies or something like that. So floaty boys. So see how high they're floating. They're all floating around a Pack-a-Punch machine that's got this kind of red energy around it.
Opened. One that
These things are scary, and they've got different models as well. They're not all the same ones. They just seem like normal zombie models, but there's like a couple of different ones.
threatens to allow a long dead army.
This guy looks amazing. Like, this guy looks super cool. This is like, people are going to want this skin in Warzone, aren't they? Although he's got big claws for hands, so I'm guessing that won't work. But a skin at least inspired by this guy, I think would be cool. He does look like Skeletor. That's true, Belfed Joe. He looks a lot like Skeletor. And like, what's going on there? So it's like, he's powering up to zombie corpses? Like, is this part of a boss fight, or is this something that's going to happen early on? Because it looks like this might be to do with how you unlock the Pack-a-Punch machine. Maybe it's like you're like, what's the word? Exercising, like as in like The Exorcist, not as in an exercise bike. Like exercising the Pack-a-Punch machine, and like the energy goes into those zombies, maybe? Because then they come down and they're ready to do something. So are they going to become special in some way? He definitely looks like he's going to be something you fight. It'll be interesting to see, like, is he one zombie, like one sort of named character that you're going to be fighting, like maybe as a boss of the map, or is he just like the new elite? So they're going to be a bunch of these guys, because he looks scary. Maybe he like powers up other zombies around him, so you got to like take him down to weaken the other zombies. Maybe something like that.
Bring it on.
This gun looks amazing. Like, I am all about this gun. So we saw from the blueprints that this is like, this looks like the base version of the pistol. And then there's this orb that it talks about being like a kind of companion orb type thing that I'm guessing will float around you and shoot at the same time as you're shooting. That's very cool. I love the design of this thing so much. This is when like I kind of wish we could have some of these guns in Warzone, because it's very cool. It just pops out and yeah, you can see it's there and it's kind of helping to shoot alongside you. Look at this thing, it's beautiful. I wonder if like it sort of has the same red energy as whatever was like hooking around the Pack-a-Punch, which then went to all of the zombies. I wonder if like how we get it is going to be linked to that guy in some way, maybe. And you can see him there flying in. I think he is just a new elite zombie, isn't he? He's just a new elite type. Like, he's just like hovering towards you in a horrific, freaky way. That is kind of scary. Like, genuinely a little bit scary. And then I think there's the different types of weapon for this. So there you go. There's the one with the kind of barrel thing that almost looks like it's kind of a revolver chamber, but on the barrel instead of like in the main part of it. But that fires like 3 shots at once. It seemed like maybe they home in on zombies and explode somehow. That's very cool. Yeah, you can see him there. I think he is powering them up. I think this is going to be a new type of zombie, like a new type of elite that powers the others up. It's a proper like gothic vibe, isn't it? It's like kind of watching The Crow or something. And then you've got this, the Pack-a-Punch machine, that inexplicably seems to be actually shooting zombies. You can see it's blowing chunks off the wall there as well. Like, is that going to be when you buy Mule Kick, it shoots all of the zombies around you as well? Or is this just going to be, if you ever bring zombies past here, they get shot by this thing? If so, that's going to be a massive pain for when you, like, carrying the last zombie around, trying to solve Easter egg steps. If you accidentally walk past the Mule Kick machine and then it shoots a zombie in the face, that's going to be super annoying. There's all types of different guns. There's like M16 sticking out, shotguns sticking out. It's crazy. Look, that's very clearly shooting those people. That's super weird. I don't think I've ever seen a Pack-a-Punch machine that shoots some zombies. Okay, so these things look horrific and scary. I'm guessing these are kind of, maybe it'll be like a dog round or something. They're kind of these angry red zombies. A little bit like the fire ones that you get in Outbreak, maybe. But they are, yeah, they look super intense. Just explode, good. This guy looks so cool. Just so cool. That guy just seems to be exploding in the air.
You will stop her. And when the time comes...
So are we stopping Maxis? When it says her, are we trying to stop Maxis? Or are we stopping this one who was like the Omega traitor? Because wasn't there one of the pieces of intel said something about there being a someone turning from Omega? Is that who we're meant to be stopping? Maybe? Maybe it's trying to lead us to think that it's Maxis, but it's actually not. So, Toten is coming out on July 15th. Now, I'd hazard a guess that the map's going to come out on July 15th, and then the Easter egg will come out the day after on July 16th. That seems to be how they've done it for the other maps. Whatever happens, obviously, I'll be hunting for Easter egg. I'll be streaming it on July 15th to have a look around the map and go and explore and all of that kind of stuff. See if we can find any of the side Easter eggs, like the wonder weapons and stuff, like we could on Firebase said. And then when it comes to July 16th, I'll be hunting for Easter egg, trying to, get world first if we can. And that'll be all at twitch.tv/Geeky Pastimes. So make sure you follow me on there to get notified when I go live. Thanks so much for watching. I'm super hyped about Toten, and I'll see you next week, ready for the hunt. Goodbye.